Step into the shadows of history with me, to a time when science and obsession danced a dangerous tango. We're about to uncover a story so bizarre, so chilling, it was almost lost to time. This is the tale of a doctor who didn't just want to heal the living, he wanted to conquer death itself. Have you ever wondered about immortality? The dream of living forever. For most, it's a fleeting fantasy, but for one brilliant, yet deeply troubled physician from the late 19th century, it became a consuming fire. His name has been largely erased from the records, but his private journals, discovered decades later in a forgotten asylum, tell a story that will make your skin crawl. It all started with a simple, yet profound question. In one of his earliest entries, he wrote, "The body is but a machine, a clockwork of flesh and blood. And like any machine, its components can be replaced, its gears can be rewound. Why must the mainspring of life inevitably unwind?" I refuse to accept this design flaw. At first, his research was groundbreaking. He made incredible advances in cell regeneration and tissue preservation. His colleagues hailed him as a visionary. But praise wasn't what he craved. He wanted the ultimate prize. Secretly, in the dead of night, his laboratory transformed from a place of healing to a chamber of forbidden experiments. He began with animal subjects, trying to reverse the aging process, to restart a heart that had stopped beating. The few notes he kept from this period are filled with frantic scribbles about failures, about unforeseen and grotesque mutations. He wasn't just failing, he was creating monsters. Any sane person would have stopped. But his obsession had blinded him to reason, to morality. Convinced that the final barrier was the complexity of the human form itself, he made a fateful decision. He would become his own test subject. His journal from that night is chilling. "I must be the vessel," he wrote, the ink shaky and hurried. "I must be the crucible for my own salvation. The world will call me mad, but soon they will call me a god. The procedure begins at midnight. May science forgive me for what I am about to do." We don't know the exact nature of the concoction he injected himself with. His notes become a chaotic mess of chemical formulas and strange esoteric symbols. What we do have are the accounts of those who saw him in the weeks that followed. They spoke of a man who no longer seemed to sleep, who haunted his laboratory with a terrifying, nervous energy. Skin grew pale and waxy, and his eyes, once bright with intellect, took on a dark, sunken quality. He was changing. The visuals we have from this time are sparse few grainy photographs, sketches from a horrified lab assistant. They show a gradual, eerie transformation, a man becoming something else. His own words paint the most terrifying picture. "The pain is a constant companion." One entry reads, "A fire in my veins, but I feel new. The need for food lessons. The rhythm of my own heart feels alien. My reflection is that of a stranger, a gaunt, hollow thing that stares back with an unnerving stillness. Is this life, or a mockery of it?" His pursuit of eternal life had led him down a path of living decay. He was no longer aging, but he was not truly living either. He had trapped himself in a state of perpetual twilight, a prisoner in his own slowly petrifying body. His final journal entry is just a single, ragged sentence, scrawled with a trembling hand. "The silence, it is so loud. The clock has stopped. But I am still here." He sought to cheat death, to live forever. And in a way, he succeeded, in the worst way possible. He achieved immortality not as a living man, but as a timeless, terrifying legend, a cautionary tale whispered in the dark. Thank you for joining me on this journey into one of history's darkest chapters. If you find these forgotten stories as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an investigation. Until next time, stay curious.